Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio, and welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Today I am going to work on the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge number 2 that is hosted by Amy with Crafty Cat. And each Monday she pulls out 2 prompts that are opposites, and you're to make 2 pieces of ephemera to represent those opposites, and you can make whatever you want. I chose to do altered playing cards, and I'm keeping them in this little box so that I have them to easily go through in the future and pick out to use in journals. So last week we had Good and Evil, and so I did Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf. So this week's prompts, Amy drew out right and left, and so we're going to work with those. And so the first thing that I did is I got 2 face cards out. The Queen that is pointing left and the King that is pointing right. And so that's going to be our kickoff spot, our starting point for doing the left and right. So the first thing that I'm going to do with those is I'm going to take some of these, some of the sewing tissue and put down on this just to kind of dull the image a little bit in the background. And I'm going to use glue stick and just adhere the tissue on, and then we'll go from there. So we'll get those on quickly, and then we can move on to the next step. And I'm just using glue stick, and I'm not going to worry about putting, anything over the top of it to protect it, because most of it's going to be covered anyway. You just need to be sure and get your edges real well so that when you trim around them, you don't have a little peeling up edges. And usually you can smooth that out pretty good with your finger. You can use a little card or a squeegee, or even a brayer if you want to smooth those down. But usually your finger will do the job. Alright, there's that one. Now let's do the other one. And you'll notice that I'm putting the glue on the card and not on trying to put it on the back of the tissue paper. That makes it a whole lot easier to adhere, in my humble opinion. And when I cut this away, I will save the rest of this for little bits and pieces. But you could use any kind of tissue paper for this. It doesn't have to be a sewing pattern. It can be, any kind of tissue paper. It just gives it a more vintage look, and kind of mutes down the card a little bit. And for the other pieces that I'm using, I needed something that was a little more grungy looking. And I've got some glue globs, so I'm going to take my cloth here and just kind of wipe those away. Otherwise, I'm going to be sticking to everything. Alright, so let's cut those out. You can also tear it if you don't want it so regular. And you don't have to cover the whole card. You can cover just part of it. Just whatever you want to do will work. You can also use napkins if you have a pretty napkin, or even the white part that you peel off the back. You know, when you're using the front part and you have to separate the layers, you can use the white part of that if you don't want a pattern. I'm gonna get my scissors all sticky cutting this when it's wet. The recommendation would be to wait till it's dry, but that's hard to do when you're making a video, so we're just gonna go with it a little wet. And I tore a little hole in it right there, but I don't even care because, like I said, most of it's gonna be covered anyway. Beautiful weather here today. It's in the 80s. That's sunshine, but there is a nice breeze blowing, so it's not uncomfortable at all. And actually, I said I was going to save those, but I've got them so sticky. I'm just going to trash these little pieces. Alright, I'm going to clean my fingers off a little bit, or we're going to be sticking to everything. Alright, so now we have our cards covered and we have our left and right. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I believe, is use some of this. This is out of an atlas. And it's the page in the back, you know, the index in the back of the atlas, and I wanted it because of the black and red writing. Oops. And it is a little bit thicker paper, so I just want a little bit to go in the background. I still want to be able to see their faces since they're facing left and right. Maybe something like that for that one. And maybe something like that for that one. Alright, so let's ink those. I'm going to use Vintage Photo. And wrinkle it up a little bit so it doesn't look so new. We'll put that one right there. Oops, sorry about that squeaky. Put that right there. Tear just that little bit off that was going to hang over. Alright, so let's put those down. Now, I kind of make mine go together as far as, you know, the two cards that I'm making. They usually go together. But you do not have to do that. You can do two totally different things. If you want to, like you can make a tag and a pocket or, you know, whatever. I just choose to do it this way. Ooh, I'm going to move that over a little bit. I got it too much on his face. There we go. Alright, so there is that step. And then the next thing that I have is I've got this right turn only sign, and I've got a left turn only sign. So I'm going to put those on. And these are just printed off the internet from like a, you know, just searching. I just did a search for left turn only signs, and there was some thing on there that's, you know your street signs or whatever, for like a driver's manual. Okay, and then I have these other little street signs that are actually out of a scrapbook paper. And I'm going to put those on there like that. Just so the, you know, the left and the right, if the left and the right showing, we get the idea of what's going on. So, need a new glue page. I'm going to trim that. I'm definitely going to have to clean my scissors when this is over. And keep gouging my glue and getting it everywhere. Okay. Now I have these arrows. And this, I just stamped this on book page. It's a stamp. Rustic it up a little bit. I'm going to use art glitter for that, just because it's more detailed. So we're going to put this one this way. Then let's ink this one. Okay, now this card has, or that bus stop has, those little things that look like brads here and here. So I'm going to put an actual brad in there. I'd originally thought that I was going to use this paper clip on here, and I think I still might. Just a rusted paper clip that I rusted myself. Yeah, I kind of like that on there, I think. But I think I'm also going to put the brads. Okay, and let me put my tabs on first. I'm going to put one there. Wish I'd put that under the arrow, but I bet I can't get there now since I used our glitter glue. Oh, I can because it's on that tissue paper. All right. Okay. Place that so you can still read the word. I mean, not that you can't figure out what it says anyway, but alright, so this one needs to go on this side since it's the left. Can I get this arrow up? Because it's on paper. Yeah, I think I can get it up enough to get it up under there. Okay, now for the brads. If I can get my pen back in my glue. All right. So that's what we have so far. And let's grab some brads here out of my little trusty muffin tin. All right, and on the speed limit sign, I think I may do them on the side instead of the top and bottom, because there's not, the printed ones aren't on the speed limit sign. Alright. So if I get a pokey tool here, just poke a hole right in the middle. Poke your hole first. Okay, and then on this one, do I want to do, well, I can't do the top and bottom because the 5's like right at the bottom. So let's do, you could do like here and here, or we could do here and here. Let's do the sides. And what I'll do is I won't worry about the backs of these right now. I'll just get a piece of tape or something and put on them so they won't get caught in my box. But when I actually get ready to use them in a journal, probably what I will do, if they're in this, if it's a situation where they're not going to be glued down to the page, I will cover them on the back with another piece of cardstock or something like that so that these exposed brads don't show. But for now, I'll just take some masking tape or something and stick back there. Okay, now that I've done that, I feel like I want to put a you know, one of these things, grommet in here. Okay, let me ink all the way around this. I'm a bit of a spaz today. Okay, get my crocodile. I'll do it at the top. I think I'm going to use a black one. Okay, there's one. And then if you wanted, you could hang something from that. like a number or something. I can't think of anything right off the bat that I have that's small. Let's get a ball pen. Oops, I got an extra. So you put the ball pen in here. Like that. What are we going to hang from our ball pen? Good question. See if I've got anything small. This is one of my little junk tins. You could do a gear. Do I have another one in here, or am I going to have to go elsewhere? I have a bunch of them over in my other. Let me grab that real quick. Okay. Let's find one that'll go good on the ball pen. A little bit bigger than that one. That one won't work. That one will. Okay. Cute, huh? Maybe we should put another one on there somewhere. Or another couple. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I don't want to put those two the same. Let's switch. Let's do that. Alright, and I'm going to use 3-in-1 glue for that. There we go. So we have our left and the right. And the other thing you could do is if you wanted to take, you know, another little piece of something and put under that, those paper clips, you could, like a little ticket or a parking pass or something to do with driving. That would be real cute. And I had originally thought I was going to maybe use an L and a R off here and put on the tabs, but they're a little big. Let's see. See, I just keep on going. Just can't help myself. I just don't believe in the less is more when it comes to junk journaling, because I think, in my opinion, and this is, of course, no professional opinion or anything like that, but I feel like the more layers that you create, the more interesting the piece is. And you have to know, you know, where do you stop? You know, when does it become too much? Sometimes that's hard for me to judge because I read a quote somewhere or something about somebody asked somebody about an art piece or something, you know, when do you know when it's done? And it's like when you make the last stroke. Well, you know, that's going to be different for everybody. So, that's kind of the way I feel like it is in junk journaling as well. Okay, now let's look at this L here. Okay. Ink that one up. Kind of feel like I should have turned that one the other way, but then you almost can't see it on that. Let's put something under that. I should have turned that tab the other way too. Let's see. We need a darker something. This is the paper that I cut the tabs out of. And I should have just flipped that tab over too. Kind of getting lost. Yep, that'll work. Oops. There we go. All right, so I think that has it for this week. So we have our left, which has our queen that is facing left, our left turn, our left facing arrow in the letter L, and then on the right we have our right facing king with the letter R, the right turn only sign, and the right arrow. So that, I believe, fulfills this week's prompts. And again, this is hosted by Amy with Crafty Cat. You guys need to jump over there and check out her channel. She's got all kinds of fun stuff going on. And again, she draws the prompts on Mondays. So you can find those in a playlist on her channel. And if you post to social media, use the hashtag 50stackchallenge2. It's all lowercase and all together in one word. And that will allow everyone to see what you're doing for the challenge. And it will also allow Amy to find you to put your videos or post in her playlist on YouTube. So until next time, guys, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.